Of course, it's the midweek edition of Spring Trends, March 6, 2024. Another day to make it count. My name is Evelyn Ohiolei, and right here on Spring Trends, what we do is talk about everything trending. If you are trending, one day we might just take up your story, but we hope that you will trend for the right reason. Femi Ojo is here.
Welcome. You. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah.
All right, so let's just get right into it. My very first story for today, what people are talking about on social media is the comment made by Vice President Kashim Shettima, the #2 man in the Federal Republic of Nigeria, saying that Nigerians should express their feelings over hardship in a responsible and mature manner. My producer calls it feelings etiquette. So let's see what Nigerians are saying on social media. At Daniel Rega says millions of people are starving, but poor masses are supposed to express their feelings over hardship in a responsible and mature manner. Such a bold statement. If politicians were struggling like the masses, their endurance speeches would have been different. And at Emmanuel_Tech says, Nigeria is one of the nations that freedom of speech is allowed, but freedom after speech isn't guaranteed. And lastly, Frosh Banks says, they say when you want to express your feelings, wear suit and tie with correct Zanotti shoes, your hair nicely shaved and trimmed, then send a mail to the government about how hunger wants to kill you. Don't say I did not tell you. I mean, this just puts it right in the right context and perspective, saying that you should express your hardship in a responsible and mature way.
Yeah.
What do you have to say to this statement by Vice President Kashim Shettima?
The first thing that came to my mind is what our fathers and our mothers usually say, that you know, if I'm to interpret that, you be hitting a child or you just beat a child and you are telling the child not to cry.
Yeah.
Is the thing. So in this context now, the decisions of the government in what they said is these are reforming policies to correct the ills of the past and to lay a good foundation for the future, is causing people pain, obvious pain.
Yeah.
Even they reckon with it.
Yeah.
Now, you are telling the people to be mature, if actually you can see that tweet, be matured in the way you
says express your feelings over
express their feelings over in a responsible and mature manner. So what does that mean, to be responsible? So I should seek an audience with the president?
Probably do not say things that would actually demarket Nigeria. You know, a lot of people, when they are angry, they tend to just say things, even things that are not true about the country. I mean, when you want to say you are hungry,
Mr. President,
we are really...
I'm feeling some hunger here.
Feeling this heat of hunger.
Yeah, this your policies ain't working, man. You got to help me. So that somebody said it now, I might wear suits, wear Zanotti, you know, even poof, so that I smell nice, and then seek an audience with the CEC or the vice and say, Mr. Shettima, please, can we please have an audience? I'm not feeling too good about this thing, right? You know, I'm not feeling it, right? Please do something, and I then go away. Is that waste on? I understand that the fact that we are having this feeling doesn't mean we should go about, you know, we said the other time when that protest was going to happen, don't destroy public facilities. Yeah. Please don't do that. Don't attack one another. You know, trucks that are being attacked, these are people's investment and businesses. Sure. Truck even get accidents. Instead of empathizing with them, you just say, God, don't do amo. How far? Shall I where you do? You don't happen, they come. Boss don't fall. No, this doesn't show that we are really our neighbors' keeper, you know, the way they say it. But then be responsible, be mature. Why you mature? Who's supposed to be mature? Whatever you need to run your office, you get. This pain, no, the effect to now. But me and you, we should be mature. By the way, I'm wearing suit. This is a note that I'm not too, sure about. So, but then they should show empathy. Not just say it, they should show it. Don't tell people how to react, but then people should react responsibly. I agree. But that is his own kind of responsibility, his own kind of mature, is what I don't understand. that I should speak in Queen's English
But do you think
and
the
wear
people,
agbada and go and see him to express my feelings.
wait, but do you think the people do not actually cut the government some slack?
The thing is, I'm not even sure Nigerians are really expressing their feelings.
Really?
Except from the social media. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you shouldn't go overboard and be calling for coup. These are some of the things some persons are saying. Don't do
the
that.
other day, and Mr. President saying that the protest by the NLC was unnecessary, and you know, NLC is not the only voice for Nigerians.
If you want to be in politics, wait for 2027.
Yes.
Who is irresponsible here? Okay, I take back my word. Who is not being mature here? Who is not being, you know, considerate here? You can't be, you know, let me just stay within the scope of our lives, but then you don't hit people in this way. Do you know what has happened? Your 40K, let's imagine your 40K where they buy rice, hardly can buy half.
Yes.
And then if you buy the half bag of rice or you buy a quarter, the other money cannot even do you well at all. Yeah. This is what is that. Expect that person to wear Kampala, wear starched, and then be saying, Mr. President, Charlie, me feel intention, yo.
All right.
These are the issues.
Femi Joseph, let's move on to our next story for this morning. Binance set to exit Nigerian markets, ceases provision of services in local currency, and the platform has also informed users that any remaining Nigerian balances will be automatically converted to Tether, that's the USDT stablecoin, after March 8. Users are advised to withdraw trade via Nigerian assets, Nigerian Naira assets rather, or convert them into cryptocurrency before this deadline. Nigerians have been talking about this, especially on social media. What is the way forward? How would this affect our economy, our country? The implications of these in the financial sector. Yeah. John the Beloved on X says Tinubu has successfully sent them packing. Let's see how the economy improves. And at Kingston Agbo says, Wahala, wahala. Why am I reading this in Portable's voice? Wahala. Yeah. So he says, what about Nigerian banks that are moving funds illegally? And lastly, at Caledon 707 says they can just regulate Binance, like there should be an amount of deposit you can make a week or daily. Same to withdrawal. I do not see any sense in Binance exiting Nigeria. Well, there are still ways for guys to use anything online in Nigeria, surely. I mean, this guy might be talking about the illegal way to go around it. Yeah. But your thoughts very quickly, Femi.
I think whatever the government needs to do should be done. If there are facts, evidence that something untoward has been happening, you know, in that company, using the app, using the instrumentality of that firm, I think it should be studied. But, you know, I think we spoke about it a few days ago to say, if there are things that we can rectify, if there are things that we can correct, there are things that we can regulate. Yeah. I think that's what regulate further. We should do that. But if there are signs and evidence that something criminal, especially financial crimes, has been happening, then we shouldn't, you know, hold any prisoner. We should go all the way, you know, to really see that if this is what it is. By the way, Binance in some countries have been having issues as well. Maybe their modus operandi. Yeah. And I think the owner should see that they do everything within the confines of the law. Don't try to sabotage country's economy for making quick gains by calling for investors, and then you're not really helping them. I know there are lawsuits sometimes against them in some country. Yeah. Let them do what is right. Now that it looks, you know, there's a report that said they are not going to do their transactions in Naira. They don't want to touch it again. But then we are hearing something else that I think that's the whole thing. They don't want to trade in Naira or whatever. If you guys are saying we are your problem, please make una hold una Naira there. And whatever Naira you're having with us, we convert it to Theta or so. Yeah. So these are the matters. But I'm for supporting of fintechs, every firm that is trying to do well, either local or foreign. But if something untoward is happening, circumventing the progress of any country, you should be at the brunt. But it should be done through the legal means, not like coming in like a dictator to crash whatever people have built.
Now, do you think this will send a signal to other fintech companies on what to expect?
If we do it rightly, it should send it to them that Nigeria and Nigerians are not people to mess with.
Okay.
That doesn't say we are not expecting the FDIs or other companies to come and do what is right, but do what is right, you know.
Within
but
our laws, within our own regulations.
Don't, with even international, consistent with international laws, but they should not unnecessarily be made as a scapegoat because we want to try out so many things as a country.
Okay, let's move on to our next story for this morning. We move over to the southeast. Abia State, to be precise. Abia State Modular Refinery to begin operation in 2025. Amazing. I mean, we just had the geometric power plant set up in Abia State, and now we're hearing of Abia State Modular Refinery to begin operations in 2025. Nigerians are reacting to this particular situation. At official Bishop on X says, this is what we'll call governance, not the blame game APC is playing. Alex knows exactly why he needed power and is fulfilling the exact reason he requested for the seat. When your vision is clear, performance will never be an issue. You do not have to go to Qatar to visit museum before investors will come. Just do the needful. Investors will surely show at your doorstep, knocking to invest rather. Alex is working, Abia is working. And Lesson R says, if every governor was making off the impact this man is, despite the bad presidency, a lot of burden will be lifted. And at Jade King the First says, LOL, but the governor is still under Tinubu, right? And the money he is spending is not from his pocket. That governor is a proof that our state governors are intentionally useless. Before we blame the president, let's start holding governors accountable first. That's his opinion. He says, how do you react to this? You know, the name Alex Oti has been on the lips of so many Nigerians at this time. We see the clear visionary leadership he's providing for Abia State. Some years back, I once met an Abian who actually spoke so ill about his state. He said anytime he's going back home, he always has this worry, this concern when his state will actually get to a position that he will be proud of. And I'm sure this same person, if I'm to call him again, he will have something positive to say about his state, Abia State, basically because of the kind of leadership Alex Oti is providing at this time.
I think it's commendable to talk about what Alex Oti of Abia, the governor of the Abians, so what he is doing right now. You know, we talked about having constant electricity in Aba, and they have started, by the way. Many persons see leadership, especially the ones that is evidential, it doesn't really have to do with political party, really. It's just somebody who wants to do something. I believe we can do a lot more than we are doing if actually we just want the good of the people. Now, the thing is, sometimes we try to do good things, there might be some persons that might be affected because you doing that will affect their business. I wonder the sales now of people selling generator in Aba, it will have dropped, but that means maybe you find other things to do. Because if I'm having constant electricity, all I have to do is to pay up. I don't need your generator. Maybe it might affect them, but they might choose to veer into other business. Now, talking about modular refinery, if that is what they are looking at, and that is what they are looking at, and they've set a target, 2025. And this, you know, I've always talked about having deliverables. Not just we are going to be great, we are going to be big. When you now go on, so that you can work towards it, and people can actually ask you questions. And because you know that people will ask you questions,
hold you accountable. You
will do what is necessary. And if you are not going to hit that target or you need extension, you will come back to the people and say, maybe due to these and these, they don't really have to be pressing your neck before you come to them. That means you respect the people. And this legacy project that people are always talking about is not just something that, you know, be tagged to your name. It's something that is for the people. It's the people that will say it was during this person's time that we enjoyed it. Not you finding something to do in your own name, but it's more like doing it for the people. If the modular refinery goes on board again, who will work there? Majorly Abians. So now, but it is what it is. It is doing well at the moment. Politicians can be funny, especially in their first time. I'm not second guessing what he's doing. They can come with a lot of promises, but with what he's doing now, I think he's doing well. And other states as well, beyond payment of salaries. When it's time for election, we say, I'm paying pensioners. This thing you supposed to pay them normal.
Because they worked.
Yeah, but are there things that people will see that this is his vision? He might not touch sports. I'm not saying he should not. He might not touch some things, but if he has made 3 or 4 promises and is delivering, let him do that. Amazing
work Governor Alex Oti is doing in Abia State. And I remember his budget for this year 2024 had 80% of it go into capital projects. Is one of the budgets that people were talking about that focused majorly on capital projects rather than the expenditure. So he's making good of his promise and also putting into good use.
As he's doing right now, people are applauding him. If he's veering off as well, now he will be happy with the praises that people are singing. If you are doing the wrong thing and people pull your hairs, don't frown your face as well, because you are accountable to the people.
Take it in good faith. Yeah. I mean, that's how we grow. We take up criticism and praises to, put it together to move us forward.
That your position is the one you try, that's what they say.
Yeah.
Position is there.
All right, our next story for this morning, and it is our final story for today, talking about some small billions, but this one is not small billions.
Few billions, yeah.
Few billions, right? Jeff Bezos overtakes Elon Musk to reclaim world's richest person title. Now, Jeff Bezos is at $200 billion, and Elon Musk is just $2 billion lower than that of Jeff Bezos. I'm talking about $198 billion in assets. Yours favorite, that's at Focus Eyes, it says as soon as Elon shares regain their values back, it will take over again. Some of Elon's shares lost values, that's why, but give him a week and check back. Someone, an Elon fan there, giving reasons why Elon had to go to number 2. But then at Ohiolei __ says, if no be ex-users where Elon they pay salary, who be Jeff Bezos? All right, another fan there. And the car plug says, I wonder which number I did, Sha. I be the carry first for class. I go like carry first here too, Baba God. This is a very big prayer. But it's not all about prayers. I mean, these people have put in the work to deserve that spot.
Somebody wants to ask and say, what exactly does these people do? What are they doing that I'm not doing? Actually, somebody is on $200 billion US dollars, somebody is on 190, so a difference of 2 billion. I just hope that's official, by the way, maybe it's Forbes rated. And then what it becomes interesting when somebody was giving the reason in Nigeria, you are the one giving the reason why
Elon moved to number 2.
I guess
it's a huge fan
in the world of
Elon.
Indaboski. Who be you? Where are you from? Where are you coming from?
Why does he call him Elon Musk or something?
Elon Musk, I mean. These are the issues. When things concern you, are you his PA? Are you his financial advisor? How you say no? Nigerians sometimes, they mind their business.
We're fanatics like that.
Elon Musk is on 198 billion. Elon Musk, rather.
Elon Musk.
And then what's that one? Jeff Bezos is on 200 billion. Somebody in Magodo or in Mochi is now giving the reason why Elon Musk will overtake. But these are guys doing something smart, by the way. One day, I believe, and I'm saying this, maybe very soon, just not maybe, our names too will be mentioned. In this kind
but at the moment, you're on what number?
Right? For security reasons.
We have like 8 billion people in the world. So
for security reasons, I would like to disclose the number I am. You know how private I can be on this matter, but these guys are really doing well. And it's an inspiration as well to many others. Yours might not be monetary value, but just be successful in whatever you do.
And be content.
Maybe one day you might be listed. But for for some, the money is coming. Yes, they like it. But they don't really find that fulfillment in being the richest. Have you ever seen Mark Zuckerberg live that life? Like, some persons are even angry, the kind of life that guy is living. How can you have this kind of money and then you be wearing sky blue t-shirts and then wearing slides up and I feel like I'm fine. Well, it depends on our values, but it is what it is. For this person, I wonder which number I did, Sha. And it is just what it is. Who will be successful?
Probably Forbes should actually come to Agumbelewo if they can do that. I'm sure. What is number 1 and number 2?
Now here you form, must they come? They can always speak our assets, but for security purpose, let me guess.
All right, we just have to end on that humorous note. But sincerely appreciating you for joining us this morning, adding us to your morning routine, your day, being part of your day, and also part of our day. Thank you so much. Thank you especially. Femi Ojo, thank you so much for your analysis always. My name is Evelyn Ohiolei. We'll make a return tomorrow for another interesting edition. Until then, from us and the guys at the back room, have yourself a good and fulfilling day. Bye.
Cheers.